Couldn't do it last time. Okay. Welcome to the 2020, 2021. Oh man, should I start over? we'll fix it. The 2020.
Leave it all in.
Tritt VEX Robotics season. Guys, thanks for joining us. We have we've been spending some time to think about how we could offer you guys some stuff and kind of keep the momentum going for robotics. Y'all are both fifth graders though, right? Yeah, you are. I'm sorry that our season is, you know, being affected like everything else is, but we're going to do our best to work around it. So the big question you probably have is, will we be able to get to use the robots? And what Ms. Pasquale and I decided is that yes, we will. We can't meet as a club at school as of now. If they ever change that, then we'll look at ways to maybe do it. We want to make sure that even if the county says it's okay, that we're able to find a safe way to do it. We'll just see if we can make that work. Because we like the collaboration part. However, we would be working together in order to compete. It is a robotics competition, but as of right now, we can't host any events like that here at school. You guys remember we did the one last year. We obviously can't do that. Even for just us at this point, like just our school, and let alone the county, let alone the schools around us that all were driving from Savannah to participate last year. And technically we can't meet up at other schools either, but they're not even hosting them either. So the Ms. Pasquale and I have a website we can go to see who's hosting robotics events, and we can sign up for those. No one's hosting them. Our assumption is that no one's allowed to meet up with their clubs. So that sort of robotics team as it existed last year can't really happen. So what we're going to do is, we already bought all the equipment for this way last year for this year's competition. So what we're going to do starting in January, you'll be able to check out a kit, a full robotics kit, the whole deal. You'll be able to keep that kit for 2 weeks. In that time, you can build and test drive and iterate your robot. It won't be collaborative. You'll just do it on your own. You'll do it at home. At the end of the 2 weeks, you will come to Tritt and we'll, I don't know, sneak you in the side. I don't know. Miss Carson's knows about this plan. It's not sneaky.
But if you don't want to come in the building, we could always put it on the covered play area.
We could do that too. Yeah, we can figure something out. And you will run your robot through the competition. You can see, if you forget what it is, it's on trittsciencelab.org still. You'll run the competition by yourself. You could do the driving skills challenge and the coding challenge, or both. You don't have to do both, but you can. Depends on how much time you think you have. It'd be hard to learn to code the robot, considering you won't have a whole field available to you prior to coming to Tritt to test it. You can try playing with it some and seeing if that works, but it'd be pretty difficult because you don't actually have the field. We can give you the measurements. You can try and see if that works, but you know, it's kind of up to you guys. We can give you one of the risers. The whole thing is to stack the risers onto each other. We can give you a couple of those in order to practice at home with those, but obviously we can't send you a whole field home. First of all, it's huge. It's like,
They made it bigger.
6x8. I think it's 6x8 or 8x8 this year. It's gigantic. We actually had to buy another field for this just so we could have 2 full fields. Okay, and we'll record your challenge. We'll record the number of points you got, and we'll hold on to that. We're not going to share it out with anybody. We could maybe let them know how many points you got, but we want everyone to have kind of equal footing when you start. So at the end of your competition, you'll do here at Tritt, either outside or inside, you'll disassemble your robot completely, and it will be cleaned by Ms. Pasquale and I for someone else to pick up and to take home for 2 weeks. So we'll let it sit for the weekend. They say on their website that pretty much we can just use Lysol on these. So that's good. We don't have to buy some special cleaner. And then we'll let somebody else go. And we'll do that for as long as we have people participating or until like just after spring break. And what we'll end up doing is posting all the videos of your 60-second driving challenges or 60-second coding challenges or both. And we'll post the number of points we got. And basically we'll have a school winner who had the best robot here at school. And we'll get creative. There'll be lots of different awards, just like there are at a normal competition. But the top points getter will win the driver skills challenge. And but you can we'll still look for engineering notebooks, or at least you don't have to buy a whole new notebook for this, but some collection, a folder or something of your design process. We're still looking for that. So that's what our plan is for robotics. If something changes, then we'll change too. Or maybe we won't. Maybe if this is working out really well, we'll just stick with this. It'll be kind of hard in the middle of the year to pivot, I think, but we'll just play it by ear. So that's our plan with robots. It'll be open to anyone who participated last year and is in 5th grade now, and it'll be open to the 4th graders. I think we talked about not opening it up to the entire 5th grade. I don't know. Well, we'll see. You guys are both able to participate in it. Those of you that are here on this call, so you're good to go. Okay, any questions about that?
When are we able to pick up the kits? You said January?
Yeah, we're going to start it in January.
Okay, you'll send us an email, right, when it's ready? Okay.
Yeah. We will have a registration for this. There will be no cost to participate this year, but that also means like we're not, we had enough money to buy any equipment we needed for this year, but there's not like a new t-shirt. We were hoping, I had a killer t-shirt in mind, guys, but we're not doing that, I don't think. I don't know if there's enough people asking for that sort of thing, we can look at it, but our plan is to just keep it simple, not add on to costs right now for folks. Yeah, we'll let you know. So you'll sign up for it and pick a date. Ms. Pasquale?
You need to sign up for our former members that we give out in December so that they can get jumping on it right when we get back, not like wait for another email to come out.
Yeah, I like that.
Okay.
That sounds good. Okay, then the other thing, guys, I'm going to share my screen because I don't remember all of these, but we had this email went out. And so here's where my apology comes in. We, I don't want to say putting it off. We were working on other things.
Yeah, we were trying to teach face-to-faces virtually and get that going. Yeah. Well,
we were doing other things before we could give some attention to robotics. And we were both surprised at how quickly some of the online challenges are due. I put on here that they're all due on December 8th. That's not entirely true. One of these, I think the Unite online challenge is due at the end of December. They're still all very soon. I just assumed, and I probably shouldn't have, that they would be due at the end of the season, which is the end of February, beginning of March. That's when all of the robot competitions are due, like to be completed. That's when the state tournaments are. I just figured that's when these would be due as well. It's not the case. They're due in 3 weeks, 3.5 weeks. There's some cool ones. They're all kind of individual challenges if you're into them. I'm just going to walk you through the broad strokes here, and we can get into the details after I turn off the recording. It'll be up to you guys to reach out to us for the details. We will send them to you if you want them. I'm just going to go in order here. They're in no particular order, so I'll just go down the list. So Thinking Outside the Box Photography Challenge. This is a new competition. You submit a photo of something or someone in your everyday life that reminds you of your experience with the VEX Robotics and why. You do have to provide, I think it's a 100-word minimum paragraph that explains your photograph. You're not allowed to use filters. They're encouraging you to play with light and shadows. And I'm telling you some of the details but I would send you all of this for all of these if you guys want them later. This could be a pretty easy competition to be a part of. I will say that all 6 of these that I listed, these are the only 6 that are available to us right now. They all have some sort of cool prize. Some of them are gift cards to the VEX website, so you can buy your own VEX pieces in robotics. Some of them are pretty substantial prizes, like $250 in VEX dollars. That translate 1-to-1 to American dollars, but you can only spend it at the VEX website. And then some of these include invitations to the state tournament. And I should have listed that on here. I don't think the photography one is one of those. I'll look into it. So photo challenge. The next one is make it real CAD engineering challenge. You would use Autodesk 3D design software same one used by professionals to conceptualize and model a new part for a robot that improves its functionality or overcomes an existing problem. So on this one, you basically design a VEX piece, something that you would want added to a robot, something that solves a problem that you've identified. There is no piece in existence like it, and you need that piece. This is something you're not allowed to do in a real competition. You're not allowed to design and 3D print a piece and use it on your robot. It's against the rules, but it is kind of a fun virtual challenge.
Think about last year, what you might have wanted for your robot.
Do what?
Think about what you might have wanted for your robot last year.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you could. Yeah, and since we haven't done it this year, think about the piece from last year. What would have helped you? And we can probably 3D print these. We've got a couple 3D printers here that are not getting a lot of attention this school year. So there's that. I think Tinkercad is an Autodesk app, and that's one they recommended, but we would send out a list of recommended software to use.
That's technically what they were supposed to be doing in the 4th quarter of 4th grade.
Oh, well, there you go.
All my lessons were on that.
No bummer. Well, maybe a few of you can do that anyways. The Unite Online Challenge is from Google. This is a video to promote the school and how we're working to promote inclusiveness in STEM. Now at Tritt, everyone's a part of STEM. At a lot of schools, there's STEM classes. Like if Miss Pasquale and I were just a STEM lab and you came to us to do STEM, and that's the only place you did it, if everyone got to do it at Tritt, that would still be inclusive. It's cool here how the whole school does STEM, even with their classroom teachers. And then you do little projects with Miss Pasquale and I. There's clubs that use STEM or STEAM. Even wherever it says STEM here, guys, you can assume it's transferable to STEAM too. Just because we added the arts doesn't mean we're getting punished by using STEAM instead of STEM. Some schools don't have it where everyone does STEM. If you go to Hightower, you have to choose connections classes, electives that use STEM and Project Lead the Way.
You all end up doing the robotics ones. You're going to get tagged to do those when you have your connections. Guaranteed y'all will be doing the PLTW ones.
That'd be awesome if you guys were. At Hightower, or at Pope, you have to do the same thing. You have to choose the engineering track, and they use Project Lead the Way as well. You take one class each year at Pope to do some really serious engineering stuff. And they have a robotics team there. You guys met them. They were our judges at our tournament last year. So how does our school include everyone in STEM and STEAM? That's what this video is about. I think it's like a 4-minute video, no more than, so it's not a huge thing, but you probably want to make it pretty and edit the video. I don't think you would do 4 minutes running straight. You'd be chopping it up and making it cool. The Girl Powered Essay Challenge. Moody, this one doesn't apply to you. This is about, Mira, if you didn't know it, we had 2 teams last year that were just girls. So they were part of this Girl Powered initiative by VEX, and to get more girls doing robotics and STEM. On our team last year, we had 4 teams of boys and 2 teams of girls. And I think that's pretty typical, where there's more guys doing this sort of activity than young ladies. And the Girl Powered Challenge is there to try to include more young ladies. So in this essay, you would write about your experience with VEX Robotics. I forget how long it's supposed to be, but I would send you the details. I'm sorry, those aren't on here. And you can use graphics and photography as a part of that too. The electronics online challenge is from Texas Instruments. You basically disassemble something, I don't know, like a TV, for example, and you study what you disassembled and what you've learned from it, and you put together a report on that. And then the last one, I know this one, the STEM Research Project, I know this includes an invitation to the National Championship in Dallas this spring. They are doing a live, as of now, a live in-person thing, competition or whatever, but maybe there's virtual components. I don't know the details of that. But in this one, it's the focus is on sensors. So how are sensors used not only on our robotics, our VEX robotics, but in robotics in general? And it's a video challenge. It doesn't say that in here, but you're creating another 4-minute video about sensors, not just with VEX robotics. You should include that, your experience with sensors, but how sensors are being used in technology everywhere. That's it. It's a 4-minute video, not including credits. You guys have any questions about any of these that we could give you more details on them? Any of them jump out at you guys? If you're like, you know what, it looks okay, but you know, it's due in less than 4 weeks, and I've got plans over Thanksgiving. I'm not going to mess around with this. That's okay. We're still excited to give you guys the opportunity to use the robots themselves come 2021.
You mentioned the Unite Online Challenge had a later deadline. That was, I think, the one that Mira started a Lego stop motion tour of Tritt in the summer just for fun.
Oh, cool.
And we're like, you could finish that and it would be perfect.
Yeah.
So, you know,
they're here. Anyone could go to this. I'll share it with all of our parents. These are the challenge. This is the website. Oh, I'm not sharing, am I? I'm sorry.
I can see it. You are.
Oh, I am. Good. Sorry. It usually has a different border, but it didn't have it. Where'd it go? Oh, nope. Nope. Anything that says Encore is not something for us. That's not it. Here it is, the Unite Online Challenge sponsored by Google.
Yeah.
Number 31st.
All the details are here. So just go to challenges.robotevents.com and you can find the online challenges. This one is due
31st.
Did you see it and I missed it?
December 31st.
Great. Where was that? Oh, it's over on the right. Good job, Ms. Possible. So let's do the 31st. It's video. It includes an invitation to participate at VEX Worlds 2021. That's pretty cool. There's all your requirements. Has everything you need to do. Even tells you how they're judging them. That would be pretty cool to use a stop motion for that. But you can find all of the online challenges here, friends. The Texas Instrument one looks pretty cool. You can also see how many people have already, I assume, let's click on this just out of curiosity. You can see who's already submitted. Are these entrants? I mean, that's what it says, entries. I don't know. It's possible that only 10 people have entered this particular competition so far. The Texas Instrument one. This is the one where you disassemble something electronic. They have the number of, they have entries on here. I assume that's the number of people that have done it. So if not a lot of people have done a particular challenge, it might really easy to compete in that category. I'm not saying pick one just for that reason, but if you're already interested in it, it can make it easy for you guys. Challenges.robotevents.com. I'm going to stop sharing so I can see you guys a little better. I'm still hooked up to my smart board. That's why I'm having a hard time. There we go. Cool. I'm going to stop recording.